Shalom, family. Good to see you all here. Hope you're doing well. Well, HBCUs, some of them had to go on lockdown because these white supremacists decided to blame HBCUs that are thousands of miles away from Utah and blame them for the death of Charlie Kirk. Trust me on this one, white people. It was no one from an HBCU that took Charlie Kirk out. It was somebody that looked just like Charlie Kirk. Because, see, Utah is a red state. The most violent states in America are the red states. The states with the most relaxed gun laws are the red states. So I'm not shocked that it happened in a red state. But see, you got somebody like Donald Trump that want to focus on Chicago, DC, Maryland, Baltimore. See, you want to focus on that. And he don't want to send the National Guard to Utah or the places that are red states that are really violent. No, he don't want to send them there. No, he want to send them to Chicago. You know, see, this is the game these people have played. Let's face it, y'all. Charlie Kirk, his mouth was a loose cannon. And sometimes when you're in those situations, you get taken out. Now, the bottom line is they're just trying to make it seem like he had political views. No, that man had racist views too. Very racist views. And he didn't seem to like anybody outside of white. Anything that was non-white, he didn't like. And that include trans and all that stuff. But he's just like your typical white supremacist. They want to look at everybody else and every other group and won't look within their own group to see where the problem is. Even in this situation, look at what they're doing. Oh, it's the liberals. You didn't even catch the guy that did it. How do you know what he is? It wasn't one of the shooters of Donald Trump. Remember the guy that got up on the roof and shot it? He was a bad shot at Donald Trump. Wasn't he a registered Republican? Come on. And now you're trying to point the fingers at HBCUs, but historically, they have always done that. Anything that goes wrong in their community, they always try to find a way to put it on the Black community. They know damn well nobody from an HBCU did a damn thing to Charlie Kirk. They already know this, but they can't help themselves. They are their forefathers. Their forefathers did the same damn thing. They used to make stuff up to justify white mobs going into Black towns and burning them down. And a lot of times it was based on a lie. And see, that's what happens when you're dealing with these people. You'll get taken out over a damn lie. So I'm not surprised that they're now trying to focus on HBCUs, which is stupid as hell. And see, and I do want to address one thing. How do you conservative Negroes feel? These are the people you choose to vote with, these white supremacists. These are the ones you choose to vote with. You look like a damn fool. And as usual, when these people get out of pocket, you Black conservatives, you never rise to the occasion to say a thing. That's why I don't respect y'all. Oh, I'm a Republican too. Well, how come you stay so quiet? You know darn well nobody from an HBCU did a damn thing. Where are the Black Republicans with some damn sense? How come y'all don't ever counteract these white folks when they get out of pocket? Y'all will sit right there. You see this going on. You know it's wrong. And you won't say nothing. That's why I don't respect no damn black Republican. I don't respect none of you motherfuckers. I don't respect you. Because when these folks are doing so, you wouldn't even counteract Charlie Kirk when he was saying all them disparaging things about black folks. You black Republicans sat right there through it. You never opposed him. You didn't come out against him. You didn't do shit. That's why you can't come back and tell us what's wrong with the black community when you are being insulted by these MAGA folks and you won't say nothing. I don't respect any of you black Republicans, and you don't deserve any respect. Y'all never come out against these races. Never. And you know what? I don't give a shit about what they say about the black community because I know their community is far worse. But see, it's not good propaganda to put that out. It's good PR to always trash the black community in this country and not deal with the real problem, which is white supremacy in this country. So that's why when y'all get on the soapbox, Candace Owens, Larry Elder, Jesse Lee Peterson, and y'all trash black people, I don't respect you because you won't say nothing to the racists within the Republican Party. Y'all won't say shit. You won't even say nothing when Donald Trump gets out of pocket and say something inappropriate, trying to make an accusation that uh, uh, black folks are inherently born violent. Y'all won't even say nothing. So when you don't say anything about that, you can't expect us to listen to you ranting about the black community. Nobody's going to listen to you. You sound, y'all. One thing I don't like is a coward, and y'all are very Republican. Black are the most cowardly people on the face of the earth. You'll turn on your own people, but you won't turn on a racist within the Republican Party. I don't respect you. I don't respect you. So let's get to this, y'all. And y'all know you're full of shit too. You know damn well nobody from an HBCU went all the way over to Utah across country and did anything to Charlie Kirk. Assassinating people, that's not our thing. We don't have no big history in this country of assassinating people, but you white people, on the other hand, y'all do have that history. All right, let me share my screen and we'll get started. Please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you. All right, here we go.
We have some serious breaking news right now. Alabama State University, Hampton University, and Virginia State University are now all on lockdown after receiving threat this morning. According to Phil Lewis, who's a journalist, Hampton University, one of the schools, has officially canceled all class for today and Friday. This is a very serious situation, obviously, and comes just one day after the devastating Colorado high school shooting in Evergreen, Colorado, along with the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Gun violence is a very serious situation. Now, we don't know what the actual threats are here. We don't know whether they have materialized or anything like that. Yes, I'm on a plane, but I'm going to be providing you updates every minute, every hour, because this is too important right now. We cannot keep allowing this to happen in our nation. threats or actual actions. It doesn't matter. We cannot allow this to happen. This is horrific. I'll provide you more updates as we get them. As always, spread the word. If you want to support my work, subscribe to my Substack, link in my bio, and follow along for all the news you need to know about all of more coming.
Guys, we have some breaking news. There was a bomb threat at the Democrat National Committee headquarters in Washington, D.C. The Capitol Police have done a sweep, and they have found the threat not to be credible, but nonetheless, the threat happened. And also at some HBCU colleges and universities throughout our country have been placed into lockdown for threats against them as well. And none of them materialized either, but nonetheless, these threats have been made. And this is a fear of one of the possible effects of the Charlie Kirk murder, because we know historically that violence tends to lead to more violence. And, the side that gets punched in the face wants revenge. And, you've seen some of that rhetoric on social media. And I would just urge people who are considering that to feel that instinct within them, because it is an instinct that exists in all of us. You get punched, you want to punch back. I would urge you to shut that instinct off and consider the higher route. Violence, like I said, only leads to more violence, and these things can spiral out of control pretty quickly. If you read a history book, you can see that these things can happen quickly, and we kind of take for granted the general stability and safety we have in this country. Obviously there's crime, but in general things are safe. And if you read a history book, that is nowhere near the default of the historical world. The default is chaos, it is war, and we should not take for granted this peace, or this general peace that we all feel. Again, general peace. There are obviously exceptions. So yeah, I would just urge people to choose your higher mind. Use this as an accelerant to try to bring people together, to try to turn down the political rhetoric, the right versus left, the us versus them. We can't let this get out of control. We need to be higher minds, be the high-minded human that we all know that we can be. Violence never wins. Life is too short to be violent. So yeah, hopefully that these threats that happen today are all that happens. So yeah.
I gotta start getting dressed for this wedding. But anyway, I digress. Let me just say this. For anybody that comes across my page, I'm not even gonna fucking introduce myself. As of right now, HBCUs, Hampton University in Virginia, Virginia State University in Virginia, and Alabama University, all HBCUs have received threats and are on lockdown, and school is canceled, as if any person of color had to do with the death of Charlie fucking Kirk. Right? But this is what you do. This is what you support. We ain't have shit to do with any of what had to do with Charlie Kirk, but we're going to be the ones that are going to pay the price, as we always do. This is your America. This is Trump's America. And this is not going to end nice. And if I'm calling it, this is the beginning of a civil war. All I remind all people of color is, remember, we're not the same people 400 years ago. We're not even the same people from the civil rights movement. That's all I'm going to say. I know I'm not.
All right, we are following some breaking news now at Bethune-Cookman University. The campus is on lockdown due to a potential threat to campus safety. Now, this appears to be a part of a series of threats against historically black colleges and universities across the country right now. Officials at BCU say the lockdown is just a precaution. All classes have been canceled and students have been told to return to their dorm rooms and shelter in place. All faculty and staff on campus have been told to leave, and those not on campus have been told to work remotely. Certainly a situation we will be staying on top of here in the newsroom.
Shalom, friends and family. Let me say this as a Jamaican. It seems like I'm a goat mouth. People always tell me, say me is a goat mouth and thing, because if you don't understand what goat mouth means in Jamaica, a goat mouth is a person where if them say something and it come to pass, okay. If them constantly keep saying certain things and it come to pass, like especially negative stuff, people are going to call that person a goat mouth in Jamaica, because, them just say that person only speak negative stuff, and when them speak negative stuff, it come to pass. So me always hear growing up say, I'm a goat mouth. You understand? My friend them used to say, my youth, you're a goat mouth in my youth. You're a goat mouth. You see it? And the thing about it is that the reason why I'm saying this is that last night I told you people to pre this. When a Jamaican say pre this, that means observe and watch and understand. So if you ever hear me say pre, or if you ever hear a Jamaican say pre this, it means basically watch this, observe this, and understand what's going on. You see me? If a Jamaican say, yo, me a pre a situation, it means that he's basically watching and observing and understanding what's going on. Right? So I'm giving you a little bit of Jamaican lingo for you to understand. So last time I said pre this. I said black people, they are going to make you the problem some way, somehow. So that so said, so done. HBCUs, couple of HBCUs have closed due to threats of violence. It is not that I'm a goat mouth. I'm really sick and tired of people that call me goat mouth, you know. If a lot of you would just sit down and observe and see what go on, you'd literally have the same sentiments and mindset and common sense when we use for them type of situations here. You know, I told people, I said literally on my video last time, I said black people are going to be blamed some way, somehow for this. Even though you don't have nothing to do with it. You were probably nowhere near the man. And y'all get blamed same way for the situation, yo. You have people on the internet throwing around threats about how they might get ready for do stuff. Do stuff to who? For what? This shows more hatred of who they really are. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. 2016, when Donald Trump when he first got elected. Was it 2016 or 2016? When Donald Trump first got elected. That was a good thing because it exposed a lot of people who are truly racist. They felt empowered to come out the closet. 2020, it emboldened them some more to come out of the closet with their racism about how much they hate a certain demographic of people. But I want to go back to the point of what I said. Like I said, black people, some way, somehow, they were going to blame you and that they wanted to do harm. They were going to use this to try and do harm to you. Even though you had nothing to do with it. That was their mind. And I said it. All right. So listen. If you don't understand that the reason there's a lot of hatred for you is because you are the true chosen people of the Most High Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, then there's nothing else that I can tell you that will help you to understand the hatred that is always going to be perpetually towards you by a certain ethnic group. There's nothing else I could literally tell you that will convince you that this is a reason why they hate you. Even when you've done them nothing. This is why I talk about this all the time. I talk about, like, people say certain things, right? What they say about, oh, innocent children and stuff like that. And then I would always say, so when you take the life of an innocent little black boy, that life was not innocent? You see, people always dehumanize black people, black children, and black elderly. But when it comes to their people are always humanized. Whenever they take the life of a black person, they dehumanize black people on a whole and justify that person's extinguishing of their life. But whenever it happens to them, they humanize that person, humanize, and make that person to be, more human than anybody else that has been taken out. I said it before. I said that they were going to make black people the problem. Black people have nothing, absolutely nothing to do with that man's death. Has a lot of black people mocked his death? Sure, everybody mocks everybody's death. I'm seeing a lot of memes about George Floyd to this day, still mocking his death. A lot of memes about a lot of people still being mocked while they're dead. So why is his death any different? Did he bleed gold? Was he pissing gold? Was he shitting gold? I just want to know. What was different about his death that you could not mock him? But we can mock every single black person under the sun while they are alive and while they are dead. But the minute you return the favor to them, a baker never likes the taste of his own cake. A baker never likes the taste of his own cake. Can dish it up but can't take it. Anyway, people, please stay safe. Stay safe. You do not know anybody smiling to you if they're being friendly or if they're setting you up for what they're going to do to you. Please watch your head back. Just be cordial to people. High and by situation. Watch your surroundings. Be safe, people. Be safe. And above all, please protect yourself should harm come your direction. Enough love and blessing. Please, peace. I'm out.
So it's being reported that some HBCUs are getting threats in retaliation to what happened to Charlie Kirk. Here's one of those situations where it just doesn't make sense. Leave black folks out of your stuff. This ain't got nothing to do with us. This ain't got nothing to do with our schools. Damn well, it wasn't a black person that committed that crime. It has nothing to do with us. Nothing to do with black universities or anything. It's crazy how certain things happen in this country. The first thing that people want to do is involve black people in some way. We have to have a connection to everything that happens in this country. But it's funny, always in a negative way, never in a positive way. What happened to Charlie Kirk was terrible. And everybody is out here saying the correct things. They praying for his family. They talking about his kids, his wife. Those are beautiful things. But to bring negativity into a group of people who truly didn't have anything to do with anything, especially schools, come on, stop it.
Not my HBCUs. Hold on. Apparently, there's been some threats going on to the HBCUs, and they are evacuating some of the schools just to protect the students in the event that this is a real threat. Oh my God. Please check in if y'all have any kids, family members, friends at any of these HBCUs. Make sure that they are good and safe. Anybody who has any on the ground information, please put it in the chat. I would love to be able to just share it with my community so everybody's aware of what's going on. And be safe. Most importantly, y'all, please be safe.
The year was 2005. I'm sitting in science class. The science teacher let us have a free day. We got the little television on. I don't know. Whatever was on the screen was interrupted by the news that Virginia State University was on lockdown. There was an active street artillery holding user on the campus. Here we are in 2025 and multiple HBCUs are under lockdown for possible bomb threats. Among the schools, Virginia State University, Virginia State, Alabama State, the real HU, Hampton University, okay, Clark and Spelman, all of these schools are on lockdown. If you were not in an essential department, you have been dismissed for the day. These schools are basically operating under airport laws. If you see something, say something, because nothing has happened but there have been threats. ABC News obtained an email that was sent over to Virginia State University. They are saying that students, faculty, and staff are asked to remain on lockdown while the campus police, local, state, and federal law enforcement investigates the credibility of the threats received. Due to everything going on in the last 24 hours and due to the fact that HBCUs are not used to threats, right? Like this happened in 2022. I believe it happened in 2023. It's been happening since HBCUs have been a thing. Right now, this is all the information that we have.
This is why we say white supremacy is the issue. Do you see the person, the suspect, the man they are looking for, the man at large? Do you see this man, right? He's obviously white. He's wearing a Patriot shirt. They say that he may be a college student, a white man. I want y'all to stick with me. Now, following Charlie Kirk's unaliving, 3 HBCUs, Alabama State, Hampton University, and Virginia State University have received threats. Threats for what? The suspect in Charlie Kirk's unaliving is going to be a white man. So why are Black people being threatened? Because it's all about white supremacy. And no matter what, white people who are racist in this country, who follow Charlie Kirk's rhetoric, believe that Black people should not exist. And so instead of turning on their own people, because this was white on white crime, they are directing their anger towards Black people. They ain't got shit to do with the situation. I didn't even see a Black person in the goddamn crowd. It was Utah. Ain't that like Mormon country or some shit? But no, Black people once again, Black students once again have to keep their head on a swivel because white, racist, Christian, nationalists, KKK members, Nazis are all trying to target them for what? We didn't have shit to do with what happened to Charlie Kirk. It was white on white crime. So why are we being subject to hate? Because no matter what, we will always be the thing white people turn to when it comes to aggression because they can't take it out on their own people. And that is why Charlie Kirk was detrimental to people that look like me. And his rhetoric was detrimental to people who look like me because we're never safe around people who talk like that.
So now, because of the demise of Charlie Kirk, we now have terror threats at our HBCUs. It wasn't a Black person that done it. In case y'all haven't seen the person of interest, I will show you the photo. That don't look like a Black person to me. It doesn't look like a person of color to me. Black Americans don't have anything to do with white on white crime. Y'all cannot hold us accountable for what y'all done to y'allself. In order to reject political violence, you have to reject the head of office in the United States of America. And y'all Christian nationalists, y'all have no problem with the political violence that this administration has had against Black American immigrants, the LGBTQIA community. Y'all have no problems with the political violence against women, Black women, our homeless population, poor people. It wasn't a DEI hire that did it. To sit up here and to call yourself Christians, yet you applaud what's happening over in Palestine and in Gaza, the very place where Jesus Christ was born. Understand, we will definitely be protecting our family and friends, our children who are at HBCUs. They had nothing to do with what happened with Charlie Kirk. It wasn't a person that looked like me. It was one that looked just like him that did it. So rotate it and back it up.
Breaking news, several historic Black universities and colleges are currently on lockdown after receiving terrorist threats. Today is September 11th when terrorists attacked our country and many Americans lost their lives. Information is still emerging. What we do know is that Virginia State University, Alabama State University, and Hampton University are all on lockdown right now as a result of this terrorist threat. Details are scarce right now. The few details we have seems like it might be a domestic terrorist threat. However, we just don't know. What we do know right now is that students, staff, and faculty at Virginia State University received a text at 8:30 a.m. this morning telling them that the school was closed and to consult their email for an urgent message. Shortly after, Alabama State University and Hampton University notified their campuses that they would be closed due to terrorist threats. Stay tuned as more details emerge.
List of HBCUs that have been threatened and are on lockdown has been updated. The list now includes Alabama State University, Virginia State University, Hampton University, Southern University, Bethune-Cookman, and Clark Atlanta, guys. So just also be careful if you are attending this school or if you know anybody who attends these schools. Check on them and make sure they're good. Keep them updated on anything that you have been hearing, because I'm sure they probably haven't been hearing a lot, or see if they can update you on the situation as well. Make sure everybody stays alert, like I said earlier. And if I hear any other schools that are added to the list, I will continue to update you guys. I will also update you on anything I hear about the threats. This is crazy, guys. It's 9/11, and 9/11 is a hard day for me, being that I am a New Yorker. This month is always hard for me, so I just want everybody to be safe. Okay, just be safe and alert.
Several HBCUs across the country, including Southern University, Clark Atlanta, Spelman, Hampton, and Alabama State, were placed on lockdown following threats that led to canceled classes and shelter-in-place orders for students and staff. Law enforcement responded quickly at each campus, while investigations into the credibility and source of the threats continue. Officials confirmed that the situation disrupted normal operations and prompted heightened security measures across multiple historically Black colleges. Students reported receiving alerts on their phones and being escorted to safe locations as police secured buildings and campus entrances. The wave of threats comes one day after the fatal shooting of Charlie Kirk, though authorities have not released information connecting the incidents.
All right, y'all. So you see, those threats have come in, but like I said, this is a very historical thing. And, first of all, Prime, get the fuck out of my comment section. Nothing that happened today is the fault of HBCUs or the Black community. Get your ass out of my goddamn comments. Get him out of here. You are moderators. Get Prime One out of my goddamn comment section. Get him out. The fault of HBCUs. You get your ass the hell up on out of my chat. Get him out of my chat. Get Prime One out of my chat. Get them out. So anyway, don't come over here trying to blame HBCUs and Black people for threats that came from white folks. What kind of goddamn sense does that make? Prime One, get out of my goddamn chat. So anyway, y'all be on alert, because when these damn racists get into their head that we are the problem, that's when they become a problem to us. So just be on the lookout, protect your families. If you got loved ones in these HBCUs, check on them and make sure they're safe. We got the right to defend ourselves when we are being falsely accused of doing something to a person that we did not do at all. We have seen this historically with Black Wall Street, Rosewood. We have seen these folks jump up, make accusations, and it has been detrimental to our community. Number one, they are pissed that they have not been able to get us out in these streets protesting. Now, this is just another attempt to get us out there fighting. This is really the end result they want. They want to get us out there in these streets fighting. Don't fall for it, y'all, but make damn sure you protect yourself and your family and your loved ones that are in HBCUs. All I got to say is, white people, if you really want to do the right thing, you need to look for the problems that are internally in your community and stop trying to look outside of your community claiming that is the problem. Your problems are always internal. Every single suspect have been white. When I look at that crowd, I didn't see us out there. And if there were, it wasn't many of us out there. Utah is not a place that we usually are in. And all of the HBCUs that you threaten were on the East Coast. You know how far away these HBCUs are from Utah, idiot? These HBCUs are nowhere near Utah. Most of them that you threatened were all over here on the East Coast. What sense does that make? Okay, I mean, ain't nobody from from our community going all the way to Utah to take somebody out. Are you out of your mind? Y'all know this. You just need to find a way to come at black folks. That's all this is. And you've done this for hundreds of years. Now, there is a video, y'all. Hold on. I want to show you this video. And I'm going to turn the volume down because it's music on here. There is a white guy in the middle of the crowd cheering when Charlie Kirk got taken out. And this once again proves the problem you got, white people, is internal. Your problem is internal. Let me share my screen. I want y'all to see this dude cheering in the middle of the crowd after Charlie Kirk got pew-pewed. All right, let me stop sharing, and then I'm going to share this. Check this out, y'all. Now, just look at the top. You're going to see the guy as plain as day. Look at how gleeful he is that Charlie got taken out. This is a white dude. You see that? You see how he was cheering? He was doing this after Charlie was taken out. And you are looking at an HBCU? Are you for real? You saw the way he was cheering. He was doing this after Charlie was taken out on that stage he was on. Let me play it again. He was so happy. Look at that. And you see nobody else in the crowd is doing that. He was the only one facing the camera and cheering after it happened. No. See, white people, look at your own people and leave us the hell alone. Leave us alone. You need to deal with and keep your own people in check. Obviously, y'all got a lot of problems within the white community. That dude was cheering like he just won the lottery. That's what he was celebrating. Okay, so there's no need in you looking over here at us for any reason. So, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and conclude. Thank you for coming to all of my live streams. I deeply appreciate it. Ozzy Edwards, thank you for your super chat, Crime One Inbred. Yeah, well, I don't want them here. So anyway, y'all enjoy the rest of your night. And don't worry about this stuff. This is a white problem. This has nothing to do with anybody in our community. Period. Shalom, family.